Hi. Oh, it is lovely. The weather down south is 16, 17. Got a jacket on today. It's a bit cloudy, but it's bearable. It's doable. In Scotland, it was always never quite. It was always changeable, Scotland. In my experience, by the coast. I was more alive. Here it's more sort of calm. It goes up, goes down, but it's not so extreme, the weather. And what was I going to talk about today? Trading. I've had two news reports today. One was balance, okay. Problem with a mine. Other one, good news report. Both saying that the gold price is high, silver price is high. And which means is they're making money. One of the companies was positive, other one has a problem with one of the mines and it has to restructure it. That's the problem with precious miners or mining. They can have weather events. Too much rain can cause problems, as in the case of one of the gold miner in Brazil. Had too much rain and it's caused a problem at the mine. So they had to close it down. But what I'm saying to you is it's not really a problem. Because I came out of that position. Because it was near its all-time highs and it came out. Because the other share that I was holding, it was only about half of its all-time high. So I decided to invest where there'd be more chance risk rewards in my favour. And once you've been trading for a long time, you tend to hedge better. Because when you hedge, you are protecting your money, yes? And I'm glad I did do it actually. Because I've made more money by hedging. Yes, because I will go back into the other miner once the problem in Brazil has been neutralised. Because generally speaking, problems do get fixed, but in my experience of companies, when they have a problem, it usually takes longer to solve the problem than they anticipated for. And I think that's normal actually, because once you start solving the problem, you find another problem, you have to fix that. And after reading numerous company reports, generally speaking, when I've had a bad report, it usually carries on for the next 2 or 3 reports, or even longer. Bad news tends to keep coming. But eventually the problem's solved, and once the problem's solved, it goes back up. Now the good thing about my other company, it pays me a good dividend. That company I put into BP, and that price has been up 10%. Also it pays 4 dividends a year. Nice. And that's how you make money. And going back, I believe the British government is correct. We need to get more British people to buy British companies and invest in British companies and not to be a burden on the state. When I was up in Scotland, there is too many people on benefits. And I think it's much better to have self-sufficiency as I have. Because I'm never at the doctor's. I look after my weight. I go to the gym 6 days a week, and I've never been happier. I think when you get outside the system and you see the benefits of self-sufficiency, you never look back. However, I have a professional qualification and I'm an English teacher, and I like new experiences, because as a teacher to your students, it's good for them to hear about a new way of thinking, because everyone can go through hard times, and I think if you park up by the beach or go down the south of France or whatever and be with different types of people, it's probably healing for you. Sometimes it's good to escape your own and be with other people and just sort of recharge the batteries. You know, it's like in Swindon where I am, the same as when I was up in Rothesay on the Islands of Bute, people are, what's the best way to put it? They're doing the grind. They might take a 2 weeks holiday somewhere, but they can't do as I do. As I was up in Scotland for 5 months. It's no big deal. I'm just waiting to October, then I plan to go to France. But if the weather is bad, or it's just not, the weather's not nice here, I'll go to France now. And I like that freedom of movement that I have. If I say today I want to go to France, I can. And that's a good thing about being mobile. You can do as you like, when you like. However, the downside is my fitness will suffer a little if I travel. Because when you travel, you have to use different equipment, you've got to be with different people, and you need to settle wherever you go. Yes. I mean, I can do my fitness anywhere, it's no big deal. But it's nice to settle somewhere for a little while, so you know where all the shops are, you know where the gym is, you know where you can park up. Your brain's more, shall we say, you don't have a jigsaw to put the picture together. You have the picture in your head. You just know where to go. And I think when you trade, you need that balance. I mean, but I do like random too. I do like parking up in strange places, and I do like doing hard as well. Because when you do hard, you grow as a person. I think if you have it too easy, you lose your edge. And I think that's a good thing about the van life. You're always in touch with nature, and you're more alive because of that. I think when I was up in Rothesay and I seen people and do the same things every day of the week, I think in Rothesay some people are a bit sheltered, naive. They've lived on the island all their life, it's all they know. And when they see me in a big van, well, people see what they want to see, don't they? And there's some truth in that. I know I'm rambling on today, but I like to ramble. It's good to talk about nonsense, because I'm not selling you anything. It's nice just to be in nature. But one thing I will say is, why am I not by the sea? Why am I here? Well, if I'm honest with you, I like the sea, but it's not everything. I like just being in nature and being with different environments. It was nice being by the sea, but I was there for 5 months. It's time to move on. And if I'm honest, I mean, Scotland's fine, but I'm a professional, educated person, and in certain ways, I like being in England because I'm an English teacher, and I like how they speak English. I love it because I think once you work in your personal development, you change as a person. Whereas up in Rossi, I think a lot of people are missing out. But it's the exact same where I am now. People are missing out because when I was on Rossi, getting a boat would be a good idea. Because you could go to the other islands in the nice weather, drop your anchor, park up for the night. No, just drop the anchor, park up for the night. And nice, because the boat life is no different to the van life. It's more or less the same facilities. Diesel heater, batteries, solar, the gas cooker is more or less the same. Gas is gas. The only thing that's different with the boat life and the van life is you have a radio. Because if you need help and you're on a boat, you need to phone. You need to have a radio. But what I'm trying to say to you is I'm happy. Life's for living, and I know this is random. It's not like how you would like. But I'm in transition before I go back to teaching English and back to the cafe culture and being with interesting characters. I love all that. TEFL teachers meet interesting characters. And I can't talk. Because as a TEFL teacher, you have met interesting characters and you can't talk to normal people about it. And I wouldn't do it anyway, because I like being with interesting characters. I wouldn't change it for the workforce. Because I like fun. And that's what life's about, nature, and I love it. If I want a cup of tea now, make a cup of tea, sit here, have it. What's not to like? I'll show you it. There's a coffee cup, sitting here. If I wanted a cup of coffee now, here I could do it, yes? And that's the best thing. I want something to eat, because I'm here where I am, by the side of the road. And I love that. Even if I go to Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, whatever, park up in the car park, want a cup of tea, I have one. A cup of coffee, I have one. Feeling a bit peckish, not a problem, just open, because make it, it's no big deal. And what I'm trying to say to you is I want more British people to be like me. Go abroad, teach English, learn our language. I've got an international child, so I'm different. My daughter's Slovak and she speaks English as a second language. So for me to have a French national that speaks English, it's perfect. Sounds a bit bizarre, doesn't it? But TEFL teachers are different. And there's nothing in this cup, by the way, but I'm just demonstrating I could have a coffee here if I wanted. I wanted to grab a coffee right now. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now because I've talked too much. But I don't need to work. I don't have a care in the world. Tomorrow I might give you another one, but I'll be more structured with that one. You have a nice day now. Do you work too hard?